Hello, my name is Ekaterina Smirnova, and I made this demonstration to show you how to paint an evening landscape of New Jersey. You will need raw sienna, Winsor red, and French ultramarine, and two brushes, Hake and medium-sized bristle. I'm starting my painting with wetting my paper with soft brush Hake. I suggest to wet your paper twice. First time, all water is being absorbed by the paper, and the second time makes it nice and moist. By mixing raw sienna and Winsor red, I'll get my first color for the sky. Starting from the top, working on the corners first and leaving the area in the center white, that is my sun area, I'm going to build up my sky. And please notice that there are borders around the paper, which I'm going to mind throughout the painting. Once I applied my first color, I'm cleaning off my brush on the napkin and softening the edges in the center. Now I need to quickly add some more red into my mixture and darken the corners and the lower area while it is still wet. It is important to work really fast before your paper dries. Once again, I'm removing the excess of the water on my napkin and softening the edges. Before moving to the next step, you need to make sure that your paper is fully dry. I use a hairdryer to speed up the process. I made my next color a little more intense than the previous by adding more paint, and I'm starting to make a horizon line with light silhouettes of the buildings. I don't care about the exact details of the buildings, just few outstanding buildings is enough. I'm painting now under the horizon line and starting to shape out the water pools. Try to keep the land areas horizontal. This will give an idea of perspective. Before my paint is dry, I'm darkening on the sides the same way I did for the sky. Also making darker the lower area. With just water, I soften the edge. I let it dry. Now by mixing all three major colors, I make a different color, purple-brown. This is the color for my second layer of the land, which I paint the same way as I did the first. Hard bottom edge with the dry brush. Once again, I need to make my paint dry. The next color is even darker than the previous. It has more blue. Once I'm done painting my third layer, I used a darker color for the tops of the buildings to make them visually pop up. When my bottom layer is fully dry, I am creating the last final line of the building. But this time I will need to make this layer more detailed on the bottom. You can see a few piers that I make. There are even few little boats. It is very important to dry this layer, as I will need to wet it in order to work on the river area. I will use the same color as I used for the first layer of the land. It is an intense orange color. And paint on the sides, leaving the center lighter. While it is still wet, I will be using blue color for the reflection of the buildings. You need to remember that reflections go exact same way underneath the object. This is the end of my demonstration. I hope you enjoyed watching it and you've studied something useful. Visit my website catastrophe.com to see my new watercolor work.